rule of Jenny Penn. The Home. That movie starring old people called Old People. These senior peeps are proving that just because you age doesn't mean you have to hang up your acting shoes, which is definitely something an old person would say. But I am not old. I am not old. I'm not old, right guys? Guys? Hey yo, welcome to The Real Value, where we recap, review, rate, and evaluate all things real, all things watched. I'm Cal, your horror pal, and on today's episode, we get down like it's 99, the age, not the year, as we talk about The Home. The Home is a 2025 American psychological horror film directed by James DeMonaco, who is best known for creating the Purge franchise. Starring Pete Davidson, John Glover, Bruce Altman, and a whole cast of senior somethings, The Home centers around a troubled man named Max, who starts working at a retirement home and realizes its residents and caretakers harbor sinister secrets. I went in pretty blind to this one, and for those out there that want to watch it, I'm going to keep the first half of this video pretty vague so you don't get anything spoiled for you. But right off the bat, I'll say that a lot of these characters come off very likable. I think Pete Davidson did a great job, but he's always come off as a pretty likable and relatable guy. So, you know, that's why he's landed where he's landed in his career. There's quite a bit of body horror in this one, some cheap jump scares as well that I wasn't a big fan of, but the body horror elements I think did more well than bad. The plot was believable up to a point, and then you start picking and poking in certain areas, and it ends up being one of those movies that leaves you going, I don't know about all that, but maybe. So a little suspension of disbelief is required to get past a few things towards the end. This movie was shot well, nothing too extraordinary, but it comes across as a polished film. I think that its runtime of 95 minutes and the fact that it's kind of a mystery whodunit and what the F are they doing kind of film definitely makes the movie fly by. I didn't ever think it was dragging, and it had my attention the whole time. Overall, I had a good time with this one, and plot holes or nitpicking aside, I give this one a rating of a real good. It's fun, it's quick, and towards the end it all ramps up deliciously. More on that in a sec. Two scaredy cows for atmosphere and the bloody and gory elements in the film. Okay, for those of you that don't want any spoilers, I suggest you stop watching now, but come back after you've seen the film and let me know if you agree with my following takes. Spoilers start now. So, very Get Out vibes, am I right? I appreciate how they tried to make it slightly different in that there is no Sith-like essence transfer going on here, but let's face it, the premise was a bit too much like Get Out in that it's a bunch of old people using young people for their youth juices to stay all young and such. And the fact that the parents were in on it, I found a little much. Like, how incredibly evil would you have to be to adopt a foster child, care for them their entire life, only to suck them dry like some vampire when the time was right? That just seemed a little overboard for me. The masking that would involve in itself would just be exhausting. So I didn't care for that part very much. Or the part where they basically explained the entire ordeal was them just fucking around with Max to get some kicks out of. Like, I get it. You're trying not to be bored, but get a fucking hobby. Like, Jesus Christ, why does your hobby have to be destroy this young man's soul and, you know, just create a bunch of trauma for him? And like, I understand the whole dangling a carrot in front of a rabbit just to see him run kind of gimmick, but they gave him all the tools he needed to solve the crime. Still, I will say, I was surprised by the twist. I did not see that old man turning out to be his brother. I thought that was pretty cool, and I thought it was an excellent touch that kind of sealed the deal, so to speak. But let's talk about the best part of the movie, the revenge kills at the end. Oh my dear Lord. Pete Davidson did not hold back. Honestly, I was gonna rate this one real mid until that end scene. I feel that it took the movie to another level. I like that it coincided with the hurricane that they're kind of talking about throughout the entire film, and then it kind of builds up into this massive release of emotion. Max was not messing around when it came to chopping up all those seniors and such at the end. And I like that they let the storm take out his parents, because even though he found out the truth about them, they were all he knew as his caretakers his entire life. That would definitely fucked him up a little bit more had he had to take them out himself. So I think it's kind of good that they had the roof do it, you know, just split them in half. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Very gruesome kills at the end. Loved it. Okay, how did y'all feel about the movie? Did any of it surprise you, or did you solve this mystery pretty quick? Let me know in the comments below why you did or did not like it. Thanks everyone. See me next time, because I can't see you. Peace. Old people can be scary, but so can everyone else. Can you